King Said So YouTube channel, covering sports from around the world. Car reviews, all you need to know about the cars. Trending news and hot topics. Monthly motivational talks. Follow me on my social media handles. See you soon.
Blessed day, my good people. It's your boy King 053, Mr. Easy Money himself. And today we're gonna be talking boxing. And you know what? I had mixed feelings about this Jake Paul versus Tony Fury, and also the supporting bout with his Jack uh, um, versus Makabu. Okay, I had mixed feelings. I was asking myself, why is the WBC cruiserweight title fight and a supporting bout to a YouTuber and a bum of an opponent? Okay, it's your boy King 053. I do sometimes do sports commentary, and I love boxing. As you guys might or might not know, I am a professional boxer in South Africa. So for me, when I saw this fight, I didn't want to really cover it. It's actually, the fight is happening today. Today is the 25th of February, and I was just watching. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this fight. Let me just do a commentary about it. And Jake Paul, what do I think about Jake Paul? I think Jake Paul has improved a lot. I think everyone with half an eye can see that he is improving, and he has a right hand. To knock out his last opponent, the UFC guy, with that one punch and slip him down. But I was also impressed when he managed to sit down Edison Silva. I was very, very impressed with that. And that showed me, because Silva's got spider reflexes. So for you to able to sit him down, for me that was a good sign. Now, Jake Paul, for those who might not know, he's got 6 fights, 4 knockouts, and his last fight was against Edison Silva and Tyron Woodley. This last 2 fights. So there isn't much to talk about there, because the other fights is Tyron Woodley has never won a fight. And then Ben Estren, we can't talk about that. We can't talk about anything when it comes to his record. He fought people who were doing debut boxing matches, and he was gradually improving. I think Jake Paul was low key, always doing boxing, because you can see the way he's throwing hands that he is behind with no amateur experience, but you can see that he knows something about boxing. And Tommy Fury, he's got 8 fights, 4 knockouts, and his last fight was last year in April. I think that's because of that injury. I think he had a rib injury, and then this fight kept on getting postponed and everything. And his last fight was against a good guy who had 10 fights, 0 losses, Daniel. But his other fights, it doesn't look good. I'm not impressed with his record. I'm not impressed with him. But I know when your brother is Tyson Fury, it does give you that additional pressure, and also it does, the experience that Tyson Fury and his father have will assist Tony in the corner. And I feel like when you train with a person as good as Tyson Fury, something is going to rub off on you, whether it be some skill, some reflexes, or being the heart itself, being a Fury yourself. Maybe he can surprise us. Who do I think is going to win this fight? Oh, man, it's difficult to call this fight, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. We've got a guy with 8 fights who's a former, who has amateur experience, who comes from a boxing family, versus a guy who's a YouTuber who's got only 6 fights, and 4 of those fights were just pure bums. So who do we think is going to win? I'm gonna go with Tony Fury. I don't respect him as a boxer. I feel like I can beat him myself. All the clips that I've seen about him, I'm not impressed with anything. When he hit the mitts, I'm not impressed. When he hit the bag, I'm not impressed. Sparring, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with any of his fights. But I think he has enough to beat Jake Paul, and that is to walk forward and make Jake Paul work. That's the only way you're going to win. If you want to make it tit for tat, he does look like he's stronger than Jake Paul. So go there and make and turn it into a gunfight. Bam, 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 and hopefully you catch him before he catches you. Understand? I want Jake Paul to win because I want him to face someone who is good in boxing so that he can get that boxing lesson. But I feel like this fight is gonna be close. It's gonna go to the judges decision, and Tony is going to win. Now let's talk about Junior Makabu, who is fighting Jack. Okay, Junior Makabu, my only problem with him is that his last fight was in January 2022 against Tabison Chuli, and Tabison Chuli was giving him work, because I think that was a rematch with Tabiso. They fought in 2015 and they were fighting now again. And Tabison Chuli lost via split decision. Junior won via split decision. So that was a good fight for Makabu. But I since Usyk left the cruiserweight division, it's been dead, man. Let's be honest, man. I don't even know who's holding the other belts. I WBC I know is Junior, but it's because he's African. I'm African. I know it's him, but I don't even know who's holding the other belts. And I feel like Jack, he fought recently, like last year, August, 2022 August, and his last opponent was undefeated, and he's been putting in the work. He last lost in 2019, which is recently, and I think Junior's last loss was in 2016 against Tony, if I'm not mistaken, and how do I feel about this fight? Also, it's one of those fights that, you know, Junior has got an engine. Tony has got, Jack has got a heart. Junior has the heart too, but Tony substitutes the hard work with skill. I think he's got more skill. So it's difficult to call this fight. But I'm going to say Junior Makabu is going to keep his belt again with another close split decision. That's how I see it. So I just want to give you guys my thoughts about those two fights. The rest of the card, I don't even know who are these people. We're just going to watch because we paid. So that's how it's going to be. Thank you for watching, guys. It's your boy King053, Mr. Easy Money. And to the next one. It's nice not doing politics for a change.